Let's get something straight right from the start. Your entire life, everything you are experiencing right now, is the result of decisions you've made up to this point. Bob Proctor, one of the most powerful thinkers of our time, said it best. Successful people make decisions quickly and firmly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them often. And Napoleon Hill echoed this truth in Think and Grow Rich. Analysis of several hundred people who had accumulated fortunes well beyond the $1 million mark disclosed the fact that every one of them had the habit of reaching decisions promptly and of changing these decisions slowly, if and when they were changed at all. So why is decision-making so monumental? Because decision is the starting point of all achievement. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens until you decide. You see, many people are caught in the trap of getting ready to get ready. They analyze, they overthink, they wait for the perfect time. But here's the truth, there is no perfect time. There is only now. Every major breakthrough in history was triggered by a decision. Think about Thomas Edison deciding he would invent the light bulb, even after 10,000 failures. Think of Henry Ford deciding he would build the V8 engine, even when his engineers said it was impossible. Think of you making the decision right now that your life will change. Bob Proctor put it so clearly, most people don't decide. They think they decide, but they don't. They wait for external circumstances to force them. And that's not decision, that's reaction. Understand this deep truth. A real decision is backed by action. Right now you might be facing fear. You might be doubting yourself. That's normal. But fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. And you have the power to override it by making a clear, definite decision. Now let's drill deeper. On the anatomy of a powerful decision, you want clarity. Get absolutely clear about what you want. Vague desires produce vague results. 2, commitment. This is non-negotiable. Once you decide, burn the ships. No backup plan. No plan B. Your commitment must be total. 3, consistency. Decision is not a one-time event. It's a way of living. Every single day, recommit to your decision with action. Napoleon Hill said, those who reach decisions promptly and definitely know what they want and generally get it. What does that mean for you? It means the universe moves for you when you move decisively. Doors open, opportunities appear. People come into your life who align with your vision. Real-world exercise. Right now, grab a notebook. Write down the one decision you've been putting off, the one that you know will change everything. Example prompts. What is one move that scares me but could transform my finance? What is one commitment I've been avoiding in my personal life or career? Once you write it down, stare at it. Feel the power of it. Then write in bold letters, I decide now. This is not just an exercise, it's a line in the sand. From this moment forward, you are no longer a spectator in your own life. You are the creator. Bob Proctor said, the moment you make the decision, everything starts to change. But the change only begins after the decision. And here's the kicker. You don't need to know how it's all going to work out. That's not your job. Your job is to decide. The universe handles the details. When you decide to become wealthy, healthy, successful, you are stepping into a new version of yourself. Ask yourself daily, what would the version of me who already has this result be doing today? What decisions would they be making? And then do it now. Key quotes to embed in your mind. Indecision is the cause of all failure. Bob Proctor, the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. Napoleon Hill, success requires no explanations. Failure permits no alibi. Napoleon Hill, let these truths burn into your subconscious. We've just scratched the surface here, but remember, decision is the birthplace of transformation. When you truly decide, the universe bends to your will. This is your time. This is your moment. Decide, act, and watch the magic unfold. We talked about decision-making in part 1. But the moment you decide, something happens. Fear shows up. Doubt creeps in. Resistance pushes back. Bob Proctor always said, fear and faith both demand you believe in something you cannot see. The choice is yours. Napoleon Hill called fear the killer of dreams. He identified 6 basic fears. 1, the fear of poverty. 2, the fear of criticism. 3, the fear of ill health. 4, the fear of loss of love. 5, the fear of old age. 6, the fear of death. But here's the shocking truth. Every one of these fears is a state of mind. Not a fact, not reality. Just a state of mind that you have the power to change. Bob Proctor explained it beautifully. Your paradigm, the mental program you live by, creates your fears. If you want to change your life, you've got to change the paradigm. Now here's the thing. When you step into a bigger version of yourself, fear will show up. That's a guarantee. But listen closely. Fear is a sign you're growing. It's feedback that you are moving into unfamiliar territory. And that's exactly where your dreams live. Transforming fear into fuel. How do we conquer fear? You don't wait for it to vanish. You act in spite of it. Bob, you're going to be scared, but do it scared. Every single successful person felt fear and acted anyway. Napoleon Hill, do the thing you fear and the death of fear is certain. Keglis, the power of intuition. Now let's shift gears to something magical. Your intuition. Bob Proctor taught that intuition is one of your 6 mental faculties. It's your inner GPS, always guiding you to the right path, if you learn to listen. Think about this. How many times have you known something without logical proof? How many times did you ignore that nudge and later regretted it? That's your intuition. It whispers, it nudges, and the more you trust it, the stronger it gets. Napoleon Hill wrote, "Infinite intelligence speaks to you through intuition." And Bob drilled it home. Most people ignore their intuition because they're too busy looking at facts. But facts are old news. Intuition is your future talking to you. The sign, how to amplify your intuition. 1. Quiet your mind. Meditation, silence, nature. These all open the channel. 2. Ask and listen. Ask, what's my next best step? Then stay open to the answer. 3. Act quickly. Intuition fades, if ignored. When you get a nudge, move. The universal laws. Your hidden advantage. Everything in your world operates under universal laws. Whether you know them or not, they're at play 24/7. Bob Proctor said, "Ignorance of the law excuses no one." You are either working with the laws, or you are working against them. Here are the most powerful ones. The law of vibration and attraction. Everything is energy. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions send out a frequency, and that frequency attracts like energy. Want wealth? You must feel wealthy first. Act as if you already have it. The law of polarity. Everything has an opposite. Good, bad, hot, cold, success, failure. When things seem bad, the seed of its opposite is already present. Look for the hidden gift. Law of perpetual transmutation. Energy is always moving into form. Your ideas are spiritual seeds that, with focus and action, must move into physical reality. The law of cause and effect. Every action creates a reaction. No exception. You plant abundance thoughts. Action, you harvest abundance. It's law. Napoleon Hill emphasized this with his famous words, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But here's the catch. You can't fake it. The universe responds to your deepest truth. Bob hammered this point. You can't just think positive for 5 minutes and expect your life to change. You have to reprogram the entire paradigm. That's the real work. The habit of persistence. Every single person hits obstacles. The difference between success and failure. Persist. Napoleon Hill devoted an entire chapter to it because he knew persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. Bob Proctor called it the missing piece. He said, most people quit when results don't show up fast enough, but the results are always on their way if you persist. Remember, Thomas Edison persisted through 10,000 failures. Colonel Sanders was rejected 1,009 times before someone bought his chicken recipe. You must persist until your dream is reality. Reality check exercise. Answer these questions in your journal. 1. What fear has been holding you back? 2. What intuitive nudge have you been ignoring? 3. Which universal law do you need to align with more deeply? 4. Where in your life have you been quitting too soon? Then make a new promise. I will persist until my goal is mine. Bob Proctor always said, you're already programmed for greatness. The question is, will you persist long enough to see it unfold? We've walked through decision-making, fear, intuition, and the universal law. Now it's time for the most critical piece of the puzzle, your paradigm. Bob Proctor always said, your paradigm is the program that controls 96-98% of your results. Until you change it, nothing else will change, no matter how hard you work. And this is where most people get stuck. They set goals. They get inspired. But their paradigm, their deep subconscious beliefs pulls them back. Let's break it down. What is a paradigm? A paradigm is a mental program stored in your subconscious mind. It's a collection of beliefs, habits, and thought patterns that have been installed since birth. Most of it you didn't choose. It came from your parents, teachers, culture, environment.
And here's the key. Your paradigm dictates your result, not your talent, not your dreams, not even your conscious thoughts, unless those thoughts are strong enough to override your paradigm. Bob explained, if your paradigm doesn't match your goal, you'll sabotage yourself every time. How to identify your paradigm? Ask yourself, what are my automatic thoughts around money? How do I feel about success? Do I believe it's for me or for other people? What results have I consistently created in my life? The answer to those questions will show you the invisible walls of your current paradigm. The paradigm trap. You might set a new goal, but if your paradigm says, I'm not worthy, it's too hard, money is evil, then your subconscious will sabotage you every single time. Napoleon Hill nailed it. You can't have a rich mind and a poor paradigm. One will always cancel the other out. Breaking free. The paradigm shift method. Here's the $1 million formula Bob gave us for a true paradigm shift. 1. Get clear on what you want. It's not enough to want more money or be happier. You need a clear, specific, burning desire. Ask yourself, what do I really want? Write it down. Feel it in your bones. 2. Repeat powerful affirmations. Repetition is key. The subconscious mind accepts repeated ideas as truth. Example, I am so happy and grateful now that money flows to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Say it, write it, feel it, daily. 3. Use visualization. Bob was crystal clear. You must see yourself living your dream in your mind before it happens in reality. Spend 5-10 minutes daily vividly imagining your goal is done. Feel the emotions. Smell the success. 4. Act in alignment. It's not just about thinking. It's about being the person who has the goal right now. Ask, what would the successful version of me do today? How would I walk, talk, think, and act? Then do it. 5. Muse around yourself with the right environment. Energy is contagious. If you're around small-minded, negative people, it will drag your paradigm back down. Choose your circle wisely. The secret of sustained success. Most people can manifest a breakthrough once, but true champions sustain it. Bob Proctor and Napoleon Hill both taught this universal truth. Success is a habit. Wealth is a habit. Health is a habit. Happiness is a habit. You don't get it once, you build a system so that it becomes your normal. Bob, your goal is not to get rich once. Your goal is to create a new identity where abundance is automatic. That requires constant growth. You're either expanding or contracting. There's no standing still. The power of commitment. Ask yourself this. Are you interested or are you committed? Napoleon Hill. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. Bob, once you commit, the universe rearranges itself to make it happen. There will be obstacles. There will be tests. But if you stay committed, truly unshakably committed, you cannot fail. Action plan for massive shift. 1. Rewrite your main goal in the present tense, every morning and every night. 2. Record your affirmations and listen to them on repeat. 3. Visualize your success vividly for 10 minutes a day. 4. Track your paradigm shifts. Journal the old beliefs fading and the new beliefs rising. 5. Celebrate small wins daily to reinforce the new paradigm. Bob left us with this golden truth. You were born rich. The only thing between you and your dream is the belief that it's hard. Change the belief, and you change everything. Napoleon Hill agreed. Success requires no explanations. Failure permits no alibis. Your time is now. Don't wait for conditions to be perfect. Start building your new paradigm today.